Morning. That last drink, very last one you took. Most people don't realize when they do it, it's their last drink. You have that moment of clarity where all of a sudden planets align or whatever. Excuse me. And that's it. You're done. You surrender, you become willing, you open your eyes. Um, and just for most of us, you don't realize it at the moment that it's your last drink. For me, when I had my last drink, um, I was drinking all day, uh, just wallowing in my bottom, and kept having that little voice in my head, kept saying, "Get on your knees, get on your knees, get on your knees." And I finally answered. I surrendered. I got on my knees and I said, "God, I can't do this anymore. Take this from me." And the obsession to drink left at that moment. Um, but we have those flashes of clarity throughout our drinking. I'd had it a few times before. I swore off drinking. I'm not going to do this, and I'm done. I'll never do this again. I'll never drink that again. But when I had my last drink, I truly didn't realize uh, at that time that it would really be my last drink. You know, I got on my knees. I surrendered. I said, I can't do this anymore. But in the back of my mind, really, in all honesty, I was thinking that, I'll probably drink again, but it'll be different. Um, I just didn't know that it was my last drink. Um, and then I look back on it now and it's funny because it's like, as an alcoholic, as an addict, if you'd have told me it was going to be my last drink, I'd have probably planned it out a little different, done things a little differently. Maybe went out with a bang. Um, but it was just, I don't know, with my drinking, everything had gotten so out of control that it's just funny to me because my last drink was so anticlimactic to my drinking career. Um, things that I had done, fights, stealing, all that stuff, you know. And here it was, my last drink was, by myself in a townhouse, miserable, um, having zero fun. There's nothing good that surrounds my last drink, and that's just the irony of this disease is that, like I said, if you'd have told me it was my last one, I'd have planned it different. Um, but let's talk about that moment of clarity that you get. Um, you get flashes of it, during your active addiction, where you'll have fleeting moments where you're like, I know I can't do this. I need to stop this, you know, and it comes and it goes that quick. I don't know how many times I stood at bars and said, tomorrow I'm not drinking like this, but I'm going to finish drinking tonight, so we sometimes don't recognize those moments of clarity until we've been away from, our drug of choice for a while. And now I can look back in my life and I see all the times that I swore off of drinking, you know, and in the end, when I surrendered, and that's exactly what I did, it was a complete and total surrender of my will. When I got on my knees and told God, I can't do this anymore, I didn't know that I couldn't do it anymore. You know, I mean, I knew that I couldn't do it anymore in the sense that I had to change things. It was going to kill me. Um, I just didn't know that I was defeated. That came later with the acceptance and starting working some of the steps and things that I realized that I truly was done. Um, I mean, I knew in my heart, my soul, and everything, months after my, sobriety date, that I was being honest for the first time. When I got on my knees and I said, I can't do this, I was being honest for the first time, probably in my adult life. I was 100% honest. Um, that the moments of clarity became more and more until, suddenly my vision was clear. Um, Everything that I saw, everything that I did, everything that went on in my life was actually for the first time real. Um, I felt real, raw emotion, um, and didn't have to hide it or mask it or try to kill it with alcohol. Um, I felt real emotion, and I felt real pain. I felt real sadness, and I managed to get through it all without drinking. And that it stopped being a moment of clarity. It started being, my life is clear. There's a lot to that final drink that we don't really think about at that moment, and here lately I've thought about it, and part of it is my alcoholic mind, the part that says, well, I'd have planned it different. That's the alcoholic part of my mind. But I've been not dwelling on it, but really thinking back, having talked to some new people and seeing where they're at in their struggles. I look back on it, and it's more amazing to me now that I was able to quit than it was back then. Because I just look at how my life was in the wreckage. Um, so the last drink, don't if you're still struggling with the fact that whether or not you're an addict or an alcoholic, and you're not quite there yet, don't focus on that last drink or that last drug as far as, how am I going to know? Because chances are you're not going to know, hey, this is the last time I'm ever going to do this. There's times that you're going to think that I'm not doing this again after this. So, but it's, when the miracle happens, and that's what it is. It truly is a miracle. You don't fool yourself into thinking that it's anything less. When I meet a newcomer and they tell me I've got 7 days, and I tell them you're a miracle, I don't say that lightly. I mean that with every fiber of my being, because it is a true miracle. I'm an alcoholic. I'm designed to take alcohol into my body. I'm designed to take drugs into my body. That's me. I'm addicted. So, you know, the fact that I don't do that on a daily basis, I live my life the way that I live is a miracle. And when I tell other people you're a miracle in this program, I mean it. It's, to be able to be one thing, which is, an alcoholic, an addict, that's what I am. That's what I've always been. That's what I will always be. But to be able to live my life separate from the drinking, the drugging is a miracle, because it's not what I was meant to do. It's not how my mind works. It's not how my desires work. And there's times, even where I'm at sobriety, there's times that I have that desire that I, could drink like a normal person. Um, so the whole, don't leave before the miracle happens saying in the 12-step programs is very real. We have a lot of people that come in and then they leave. I've met numerous people, throughout my sobriety, that have come to me on more than one occasion and said, hey, um, I really need to quit this. I really need to do this. And, I know when I talk to them sometimes that they're gonna go back out. They don't say that, but their actions and their thoughts broadcast that to me, that they're not ready. You can tell when somebody completely surrenders to this program, and when somebody's just giving you lip service. Excuse me. It's one of those things that you pick up on eventually, and it's heartbreaking to me, because I'll do anything I can to help you. Um, and that's, I don't sponsor people, at least not currently, and where I'm at. Um, One is because of my work schedule and how I am. I'm not accessible. Uh, but two is because I get too emotionally invested, and if I spend my time with you and you go back out and drink, it puts me at risk, because I've invested too much emotionally. Saying that I don't sponsor doesn't mean that I don't work with people. Doesn't mean that I'm not willing to help you with steps or anything like that. It's just, when you have a sponsor, you need to be accountable to that person, and if I'm not accessible, you can't be accountable to me. Um, but the flip side of that is when you work with somebody or you see somebody come in and they're very serious and they do surrender, and watching the light come on in their eyes is an amazing feeling. And like I've said in past videos, I don't know that I've ever gotten anybody to a point where they stayed sober. I don't know that I've ever said anything or done anything that kept anybody from drinking, even just for today. Um, it's not about that. To feel that way would be, an arrogance that I don't have the luxury of having. Um, it's a very selfish program, and the thing is I stay sober with all the stuff that I do. Um, I pray that I've maybe said something at some point somewhere that helps somebody stay sober for a day, or even an hour or a minute. Um, because that's what it's all about as far as working with other people and giving it away. Um, I know this video is kind of rambling. I don't mean it to be. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't script any of this stuff and just shoot from the hip. It's just I was listening to a podcast last night, and I was listening to the people talking about their last drink and the miracle and things like that, and that's it. This program is a miracle, and if you stick around long enough, you'll see many, many miracles in your life. You know, I'm a grandfather today. I have two beautiful grandchildren that I don't deserve. I have amazing kids that I don't deserve. Um, so stick around till the miracle happens. When that moment of clarity hits you, be prepared. But like I said, when it comes to that last drink, you may not even know that it's your last drink, and that's a godsend. So have a great day. Love you all. Bye.